Yippee-yay, there'll be no wedding bells for today.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the 8-Ball Junkie channel with me, of course, the 8-Ball Junkie. And as of a request, I'm going to give you guys a small tutorial on how to install mods for games like Fallout New Vegas, Skyrim, and some other games that are in the list that I will show you soon. So, as of start, you will need to go to a website called Nexus Mods. The link will be in the description, so don't worry guys, don't worry. So, I already have the website open. So the first thing, when you click on the Nexus Mods, you will see a list of games that are available. For example, Skyrim. We can install mods for Skyrim. It's very popular, all people do it. You can install mods for Oblivion, my favorite, Fallout New Vegas, also Fallout 3, Morrowind, Dragon Age, and so on and so on and so on. The most popular one is of course Skyrim. So the first thing you're going to do on the Nexus mod page is make an account. It's very basic, simple, fill in the form with your email address, confirm the email address, blah blah blah. We all know it, we've done it a million times on the internet. So when you're done and you log in with your account, you can install you need to install a tool called Nexus Mod Manager. The installation is very simple, you will find it over here. Simply click on the page and then download now. It's still in beta, but it works quite well. It's a very driven community for the Nexus mods and also the tool as well. So, you will install the tool, you start it up for the first time, it's gonna say looking for games, you need to select the game. If it says something like, do you want to make this read-only, just say yes to anything. Watch out if you're installing any crap that you don't want. So, before we start adding mods to the game, we need two tools. So the first one you're going to download is the 4GB Fallout New Vegas. How do you do it? You simply go click on the search button, type in 4GB in the search bar, and you will need this one. 4GB Fallout New Vegas by Roy Batarian. You will need this one. So you just simply click on that. I already have the page open. You don't really need to read all his fixes that is done. But what it basically does, the 4GB version, is that it let the game use 4GB of space and let it use more addresses. It's pretty handy if you have a lot of mods installed to run the game more stable than the old one. Than using the normal version. So you simply click on Files and you say Download manually. You will get I think it's a zip file or a RAR file, I don't know. You simply open the RAR file. I have it over here. You extract the contents. This is what you get. This. You simply select everything, copy, and then you go to your Fallout New Vegas installation location. I have the Steam version, of course, so for me it's just simply going to Steam, then Steam Apps, then Common, Fallout New Vegas, and you simply paste it over here. And then you're done. Now, you think you will need to run the game in Steam. That is not the case anymore. You always need to run the game from this one. This is now your button to play the game. You don't load the game in Steam, you don't load the game in Nexus Mod Manager, you just simply click every time on this exe, the fnf4gb.exe. If you don't, you can also create a simple shortcut on your desktop. Simple as that. So the next piece that we need is the NVSE script extender. You simply go to nvsc.silverlock.org. The script extender is mostly needed for mods that use the script extender, and there are quite a lot of mods that use it. Again, you simply download this file, the NVSE 4.2 beta 4.7 zip. Again, you open it or extract it with 7-zip or WinRAR or whatever you're using. And again, you copy it over the same way as the 4 GB files to your Fallout New Vegas location. You simply paste it again in here, the contents of the file. And now you can start adding, downloading and adding mods to your game. So the first thing we're going to need is to download mods. So again, we go into the Nexus mod page and we simply select mods. Say for example, we're going over, you can search, for example, armor, and then you can see all the armor. A little tip that I will give you for armor is that there are female and male characters. So beware of that. Alright, the website is running a bit slow today, but don't worry, I have one open here. So the first thing you're going to see, if you select a mod that you want to download, you can see images of the mod, endorsements, and so on and so on and so on. And then you see the description over here. For the most part, read the description. It tells you what to do. Sometimes you need extra tools or another mod before you can use this mod. For example, the installation guy says, I recommend installing this mod using the Fallout mod manager. It's also a mod manager, but then different from Nexus mods. But he says he recommends it. We can still use Nexus mod manager for this part. For example, we can also take another one. Let's take one that actually uses Nexus mod manager. This one I know. Good. So you can read it. For armor, you just sometimes need to know the location. For example, this one is found in Good Springs. Read it. It has useful information sometimes. So the next part is actually downloading the mod. You go click on files, and then you need to download the main files. As it says over here, here are old versions. If you're not happy with the current version, you can still download the old version. But for the most part, the main files are the ones you will need. Now, you have two options of downloading. Downloading with Manager or download manually. Download with Manager is going to open Nexus Mod Manager and it will start downloading the game and installing it. Well, it will appear in your list of mods. For me, the Nexus Mod Manager is a bit on the slow side, and I found it out that it's not as stable sometimes, so I choose to download manually. And it's actually very simple to install. You will see it soon. So you click on download manually. You can also choose download with Manager. It's fine by me. And then you choose a server from the normal servers. I mostly choose London. They work the best and the fastest. The USA ones don't work well for me sometimes. But that maybe depends on the location. I live in Belgium. I'm closer to London than I am to the USA. So London it is for me. So you download the file, you save it somewhere on your file system, doesn't matter. And then you can start opening the Nexus Mod Manager. You will open Nexus Mod Manager, and the first page you land on are plugins. As you can see, I have a lot of mods installed. My plugin folder is like terribly huge. I said huge. But this page will be for later. So you're gonna click on mods. Here is a place you're going to add mods to the game. So the first thing, if you download it with Nexus Mod Manager, here is a download manager. You'll see that it will download files and they appear in this list. If you download manually, like I do, you simply click on the puzzle over here that says add mod from file, and you simply choose the file you've downloaded. You don't need to extract the file. You just simply click the zip or the RAR or the 7-zip file. You just click it, open it, and the game and the mod manager will install the mod. Actually, it does not install the mod, it will appear in the list with an X, like this one. So the next part you will need is to actually install the mod. How do you do that? Simply you press on the second puzzle, activate the selected mod. Now, sometimes it has an extra menu with options you can choose, but sometimes it also could say, do you wish to replace this file? For the most part you want to say yes to all, because you want everything from that mod. Things that I do, for example, in my game, I have the NMC texture pack, which is over here. These are the NMC texture packs. Those are 3 files you need to download and install. I use this texture pack, but for the rocks I use another texture pack. So the first thing you need to do is to install NMC's texture packs, and then install the rock texture pack. So, and it will, the rock texture pack that you will install will say replace. It's going to replace those files that NMC has replaced. So you need to be, how do I say it? Be ready for it, or don't worry too much about it. So always when you install a mod and it says, do you want to replace those files? Mostly, for the most part, you can say yes to all. Now, a little tip I will give you is that do not install 10 mods at the same time. Some mods don't work and it will crash the game. And then it's a hog to finding out which mod does not work. As you can see, some of my mods don't work and it will crash my game. So I have to uninstall them. Uninstalling is very easy. Simply click on it, click on the mod, and then deactivate the selected mod. Simple as that. Super easy. No big deal. So for beginners, to start is to install a couple of mods, like say 5, maximum 10, and then launch the game. Do not click on this one. Again, guys, we need to click the FNF 4GB thing. Always remember that. That you do not click on this button or the Steam thing. Always click this one. The shortcut you created on your desktop or whatever. Test out the mod. For me, when I started doing this, it was very simple. It started up the game, it showed the intro, and then it crashed. It showed the logos and then it crashed to the desktop. Then I knew that there was a mod that wasn't working. But sometimes when you play the game, everything seems fine. For example, you have added something, a building for example. You go into that building and suddenly the game crashes. It could happen. And then it really is a pain in the butt to finding out what went wrong. Are there maybe mods cross-talking to each other? It's not that. It's sometimes hard to figure out what is hard. What went wrong with the game. So the next part of the tutorial, we need to go to plugins. Now, depending on the DLC you purchased, hopefully, there are different types of plugins you need to add. So for example, I have the entire DLC package of Fallout. So that means I have Gunrunner's Arsenal, the Mercenary Pack, whatever, Old Worlds, Blues, Honest Arts, and so on and so on and so on. I have mostly all the DLC. You will also see that the DLC is in your game list. So yeah. But for example, this one, yup, base game plus all DLC, this means that this plugin, or the mod that I installed that comes with this plugin, is can only be worked if all DLC is available. So this plugin needs Fallout New Vegas, Dead Money, Honest Arts, Old World Blues, Lonesome Road, and Gunrunner's Arsenal. If you don't have, for example, Gunrunner's Arsenal, the game is going to crash, because this mod requires all those DLC. Now, some mods have different plugins for different DLC. For example, we have Eve FNF. All DLC. Eve FNF no Cray, which means there's no Gunrunner's Arsenal. You will see it here in the list. Here we have Gunrunner's Arsenal, and for this one we don't have Gunrunner's Arsenal. And this one, if you only have Fallout New Vegas ESM. So beware of that you only select this one. If you have all the DLC, then you simply select this one. If you don't have Gunrunner's Arsenal, you deselect this one and select this one. If you don't have any DLC, simply select this one and leave those two options off. So be prepared. That was one of my first mistakes as well. Now, for the next part, there are two types of files in this plugin list. You have ESM files and you have ESP files. What it does, I don't know either. It simply means that ESM files need to be before ESP files. That's the general rule. So as you see, all my ESM files are above. This page is actually your load order. This means which mod is going to be loaded first in the game, with a number, with a hexadecimal number to it. Simple as that. So for the most part, I see that here I made a mistake. For the most part, ESM files need to be above ESP files. As you can see, I already made a mistake, but I think for Project Nevada is to keep them together. So I see, oh yeah, this is Project Nevada. It sometimes does work, but the general rule is ESM before ESP. When the game sometimes crashes when you install new mods, it could be that you need to play with load orders. When, like for example, a mod depends on another mod, is to have that first mod, the main mod, where it depends on, to be loaded first before the other mod. So that is something you need to play with and see for yourself what is happening. But in the general rule for normal mods, you don't need to do a lot in here. I think Nexus Mod Manager does sort them as well. So when you install new mods, it will try to sort it out. But if you see that an ESM file is at the bottom or something like that, just simply use the buttons to raise it up to the top. Raise it up to the top. I'm making so many that's what she said jokes. So yeah, that's it. You don't actually need to log in with your account in Nexus Mod Manager. I don't do it. Mostly you see it over here, you're not logged in, because I load my mods with downloading manually. Oh my god, that's what she said again. So yeah, that's it. Not much to talk about here. Nope. Alright, so that's all to it, guys. That's how you actually install mods for Fallout New Vegas. And I think for Skyrim, it's just the same way. It's made it very, very easy to install mods to your game. Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, that is, I guess, the end of my tutorial. Is there anything I need to talk about? I think not. We have explained everything. So I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any problems. I will try to address them. If you have want to view more things, you can also watch Gopher's channel. He does a lot on modding as well. I'm simply a small pioneer to it. But yeah, that is how you install mods. Maybe I will do in the next episode more mod reviewing as well. I don't know, maybe, if you like it or not. I just simply want to give you a little recent tutorial on how that I do it. Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. So yeah, I've been messing around with it. For me, it was trial and error sometimes. Yeah, in the beginning, it's pretty hard. Install one mod, play the mod. Okay, it works. Quit the game. Install another mod. Play the game. Right, it works, and so on and so on. So in the beginning, it's pretty hard. But once you have like so many mods installed like me, it simply is a breeze. And don't forget, I'm gonna say it a million times. Don't forget to install the Fallout 4 GB file. If you don't install, the game is crashing like hell. When I installed that piece of software, the game ran magically. So fine, never as good as before. So it made the game a lot stabler. Yes. So you guys, thanks for watching to my quick tutorial on how to mod for Fallout New Vegas and Skyrim. Maybe I'll do a Skyrim thing myself, but I guess it's just the same thing. So right, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye, guys. Mods for Oblivion, my favorite Fallout New Vegas, also Fallout 3, Morrowind, Dragon Age, and so on and so on and so on. The most popular one is of course Skyrim. So the first thing you're going to do on the Nexus mod page is make an account. It's very basic, simple. Fill in the form with your email address, confirm the email address, blah blah blah. We all know it, we've done it a million times on the internet. So when you're done and you log in with your account,
Yippee-yay, there'll be no wedding bells for today.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the 8-Ball Junkie channel with me, of course, the 8-Ball Junkie. And as of a request, I'm going to give you guys a small tutorial on how to install mods for games like Fallout New Vegas, Skyrim, and some other games that are in the list that I will show you soon. So, install the tool. You start it up for the first time. It's gonna say looking for games. You need to select the game. If it says something like do you want to make this read only, just say yes to anything. Watch out if you're installing any crap that you don't want. So before we start adding mods to the game, we need two. You can install you need to install a tool called Nexus Mod Manager. The installation is very simple. You will find it over here. Simply click on the page and then download now. It's still in beta, but it works quite well. It's a very driven community for the Nexus mods and also the tool as well. So you will, as a start, you will need to go to a website called Nexus Mods. The link will be in the description, so don't worry guys, don't worry. So I already have the website open. So the first thing, when you click on the Nexus Mods, you will see a list of games that are available. For example, Skyrim. We can install mods for Skyrim. It's very popular, all people do it. You can install